I'm Anil Kumar, and here is a communication question on concavity and points of inflection. Question is: changes in concavity can only occur at points of inflection. Is this statement true or false? Let us also understand point of inflection with reference to change in concavity, right? And then we will answer this question. Let us say that's the coordinate plane. Change in concavity is kind of like this. Let's say we have a function which is kind of like this. This is concave up. Now at this point, if the concavity changes to concave down, then the point at which the concavity changes is called point of inflection, right? So point of inflection always occur at change in concavity. Now let us read the question carefully. It says changes in concavity can only occur at points of inflection, right? So that statement, is it true or false? Well, the concavity may change and you may not have point of inflection, so that statement is actually false, right? So if it was the other way, that is to say that point of inflection occurs at a point where the concavity changes, then it was always true. But the statement here is kind of reverse of that. It is changes in concavity can only occur at points of inflection. You should remember that points of inflection and concavity are definitely related, but concavity can change even when we have a vertical asymptote. Let me remind you of the graph for 1 over x, right? How does it look like? The graph of 1 over x is kind of like this, right? Now this is concave down, and that portion is concave up. The concavity has changed, but in between, what do we have? We have a vertical asymptote. So that could also be a condition where the concavity changes, right? Vertical asymptote. So that is another point where concavity changes. You must have seen graphs like, let me sketch some more for you. Let us say there are two vertical asymptotes, right? So in that case, you might have a graph which could look like this. Change in concavity at the origin, for example, right? So that is change in concavity. This part is concave up, this part is concave down, right? So that occurs at origin. However, the function may be kind of like this, concave up on right side of one of the vertical asymptotes and concave down on the other side of the vertical asymptote. So from these examples, it is clear that this statement is false. Since change in concavity can occur at two places. So change in concavity can occur at two places. One of them could be point of inflection, the other one is vertical asymptote. Right? So these are two places where it could happen.